just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning out. Lightning in a bottle. I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning out.
Yo, how you living, how you feeling, how you doing? This is First Choice Betting, and we're back with our Week 17 final week of the season. The NFL season's come to an end. We have our picks, unlike we did last week. Last week was Christmas week. Took a little bit of a break, unexpectedly. Schedule's kind of conflicted, so it is what it is, but we're back. Cam, do you have any comments about the previous weeks or anything?
Nah, it was just a busy week last week. I'm sure most of you guys had some busy weeks too, so could be understood.
Facts, yeah. I personally have not been on the football betting train all that much lately. I've been betting a lot on basketball. It's really it's really different, but I mean, we're still gonna stick with the football at least until the end of the year. Might hop into some basketball betting, depends on how everybody feels about it. But at the moment, we're still with football. Gonna continue this into the preseason or the postseason. Um, yeah. So I guess we'll just kick it off with our locks initially, one at a time. Cam, you can go off first.
Well, I'm gonna kick it off with my favorite team. I'm gonna take the Eagles this week, -1.5 versus the Washington football team. Um, the Eagles are not going to be trying to let the Washington team, like Schwartz said, he said a no hat rule. He does not want that team bringing in those division champ hats on the home turf, and I believe they would rather let the Cowboys in than let a division rival in on their home field. And I think Jalen Hurts is going to play a little bit better, and I think it is going to be a low-scoring game. I was thinking about taking the under as well as the Eagles spread, but I did not, as you'll learn later on. But yeah, I don't like Taylor Heineke over there. I don't like any quarterback over there. The defensive line is going to give the Eagles trouble, but I think they pull it out and cover that 1.5 spread, +1.5.
Speaking of quarterbacks over there, it's kind of comedy about Dwayne Haskins. Just got cut in the middle of anything. I don't know if you've seen, I think it was a Pat McAfee show or something like that. Ian Rappaport was on there, and he had like the most scripted ending of the interview. He's like, I gotta go, and then he just hung up. They were sitting there so confused. I didn't know what was happening, but it was neat to see Dwayne Haskins get cut. No clue where he's gonna be going. Probably well deserved though. He's not that good. Not going to be started anywhere else. Seen a rumor that he could possibly be with the Broncos, but I don't think that makes much sense, and he's not going to do anything there.
I think it would make a little bit of sense, the Broncos. I mean, Drew Lock didn't have that great of a year, and it would make sense just to go with another young guy there, see what he can do. But yeah, it doesn't really look like his NFL career is going to work out. He's probably going to be another type guy, just goes on benches for the rest of his career. Hopefully he sticks around as a backup, makes some money for himself. But other than that, it doesn't really seem like it's going to work out for him.
Since we're doing betting, I'd probably bet against all of that. I'd probably say he's out of the league, probably within the next 2 years. Not on a team. Yeah, I don't have much faith in him. But regardless, outside of that, I want to agree with that initial pick you had, the Eagles. I caught the line at +1.5 on DraftKings, so that's a nice little snag. Yeah. I guess it's not really much difference, but odds would probably be better if it's -1.5. You take that alternate spread, but
I'm sorry if you thought I was saying -1.5. No, it was +1.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? The Eagles. I believe this is another like a intuition that I have about this week or this division as a whole. I think the Cowboys are gonna win it. So kind of goes hand in hand with my second lock. But speaking on the Eagles, I think they're gonna be able to get it done. Like you said, Taylor Heineke is their starter. That's just no, you don't bet on that. You bet against it regardless. Jalen Hurts has been looking good. He's been looking, last week he was but he was looking good before that.
Struggled a bit last week. A few turnovers.
Yeah. But I do think the Eagles get it done. I don't think Washington's going to the playoffs. Like this is not a year I see the Washington football team going to the playoffs. So it's kind of like an intuition, like I said. But Dallas is probably going to win the division, and as a result, I got the second lock being Dallas Cowboys -1.5. I think that's a pretty nice line. I think their defense just comes together for one game against the Giants. The Giants' offense is nothing special.
They don't score points, dude. They're like under 20 points in most of the games. Yeah, they don't score.
And I think it's pretty obvious, honestly. I think the Cowboys are locked to win. I don't really have anything else to say besides the fact that I think the Cowboys are better than the Giants. So, yeah, that's my reasoning for the Cowboys -1.5, Eagles +1.5, and division's going to the Cowboys. Hate to say it as an Eagles fan, but it is what it is.
Nah, I love it. I mean, it's a down year for the Birds, and I didn't want them making the playoffs, although it would have helped Jalen Hurts get that playoff experience, sure. But go ahead, give the higher picks to the Cowboys. Let the Eagles get their pick. Cowboys stole CeeDee Lamb from this year. Hopefully, we can steal a guy this year. I mean, I like it. I'll enjoy watching the Cowboys get shit on in the first round. So
Until Andy Dalton carries them to a Super Bowl. That'd be some shit. That'd be some shit.
no shot with that defense. The offense for it could be valid, but no shot with that defense.
Sure. All right, you can go with your second lock.
I'm gonna go with a team that I've been riding all season long. The Bills -1.5 versus the Dolphins. Um, Bills are just good. It comes down to that. The Dolphins, whatever, they're gonna start Tua again, as they have been, and apparently they have a closer in Ryan Fitzpatrick, who they like to bring in the fourth quarter, as Brian Flores put it. Um, I don't like that tactic versus the Bills. Those are just good, like I said, and I believe they pulled out. They continue to win. They're trying to cement themselves into the playoff. Well, they're already cemented into the playoff picture. They're trying to get the best seed possible. And do the Dolphins have a chance to take that division title or no?
No, no. Wait. I think they might, because I think the Bills have, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Bills have 11 and the Dolphins have 10. I might be mistaken, though, but I know I think the Dolphins are in playoff contention if they win. 10. No, the Bills got 12 wins.
Oh yeah,
Dolphins
they're
got
12-3. The Dolphins, yeah, it's coming down to a real tight race in the AFC.
Yeah,
You got the Dolphins versus the Browns and the Colts. One of those teams will not make it. So
probably
yeah,
gonna be the Dolphins,
actually,
I think.
I don't know. That kind of, yeah. I mean, with my pick, definitely, but it kind of makes me want to go the other way a little bit. But still, they're a division rival. I think they're still going to be going hard, and I think the Bills pulled out because they're the better team.
Yeah, I agree. That was an alternate. I don't know why I had an alternate lock, but I have that. I did a parlay of all my picks, and I had the Bills -1.5 in there. I think that's pretty good odds. The Bills are just good. Like you said, they're good. There's no getting past that. I think the Dolphins aren't really all that. They've been benching Tua. Tua hasn't been all that great. They haven't been able to put up points, and I don't think they're going to be able to do that. While Josh Allen is just, he should be a top 3 MVP candidate. I think he will be, and yeah, I think he's just the face of that team and pretty good team. So -1.5 is pretty good line in my opinion, and I agree with you on that one. Do you want to go? I guess you can go to your third one. Yeah.
It's a bigger line, but it is one of those teams that needs to win to make the playoffs. I'm taking the Ravens -12.5 versus the Bengals. Again, it's a very large line. I usually stay away from the larger lines, but I like it this week in the Ravens versus the Bengals case. I think the Ravens just, I mean, they're going to be going hard to try and make those playoffs. They're not going to be wanting to miss the playoffs, obviously, as most teams do not. But the Bengals, they are not good. They had themselves a good week versus the Texans last week. They pulled out that win, I believe 37-31 or 34, one of the two. The Ravens are not the Texans. The Ravens are going to shut down the Bengals on offense, and I think the Ravens will put up some points. And yeah, -12.5. I think they cover. I think they win by at least 17.
I like it. I definitely think the Ravens making the playoffs. They're definitely winning. I know that, but spread -13 might look, or -12.5, whatever it is. It might look a little scary, but makes sense. The Bengals offense has been looking not, what's the word? Like, they're phony. They're not real. You know what I mean? And the past couple of weeks, they've shown that they can be good, but I don't think they're going to be good against the Ravens defense. So I agree. But my third lock is what's it called? It goes with Xavier's lock, who Xavier is not here, but I'm going to introduce his locks after I finish my third one, and that is the Saints -6.5 against
Say your
the
second.
Panthers. Yeah, it was the Cowboys and Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
But the Saints -6.5, I just think, I'm pretty sure they're in contention for the number 1 seed in the NFC, correct?
Who's that?
The Saints. It's the Saints and the
Oh,
Packers,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
that's
I don't know much about the Panthers. Like, I don't think they're all that great, and I don't know why the line is only -6.5. Maybe because it's going to be low scoring. No clue. But I definitely don't think that the Panthers are coming within a touchdown. Saints probably going to run away with this. I could see a two-score game, honestly.
yeah. If the Packers lose, because right now the Packers are 12-3, the Saints are 11-4, but the Saints have a better division record right now.
Hmm.
So if the Packers end up losing to the Bears, their division record would fall to 4-2, and the Saints would be obviously 12-4 with a division record of 5-1. So I think that would get them number one seed.
Yeah. I definitely see that happening. I mean, the Bears matchup for the Packers is kind of scary, but yeah, I just think the Saints are easy wins here. And honestly, I kind of think this might be an out there take, but I think the Saints might be my favorites for the Super Bowl, at least NFC champions. I think that's going to happen for sure. But
I like the
I
Pack.
don't. You like the Packers because Aaron Rodgers, bro.
No, he's been amazing to me this year, man. He's very good. He's
He
very
is,
good.
yeah. I mean,
Every
the
game I watch,
defense
he's
isn't
just
all that special though.
performing. And if Devontae stays healthy, he's different out there, dude. He's only 100 yards back of the receiving leader, and he was out for 2.5. I mean, he burns everybody, man. He's amazing, and Aaron Rodgers is very good. And I think he continues this miracle season. I would love to see him go to the Super Bowl. I don't like the Saints, so uh,
I don't like the Saints that much either, but I feel like I've been on the Saints Super Bowl kick like last year and this year. I've been predicting that for, you know, quite some days, but I think that it's kind of like a storybook ending type of thing for Drew Brees. I think he retires after the season. Um, and I think like I hate to say it, but like the Packers aren't keeping up with the Chiefs like the Saints did without Devontae Adams, like without Michael Thomas, you get what I'm saying? Like they were only 3 points behind the Saints or behind the Chiefs. That's something substantial without Michael Thomas. I think that
the
defense is
Chiefs have
just
just shown the Chiefs have shown they're vulnerable all year. I mean, they have the offense to match anybody in the league, but they've shown they can lose some games or getting some ruts real quick. And if the Packers stay number one seed, which I believe they will, coming into Lambeau during the playoffs, I don't think the Saints are doing that. If the Saints
yeah.
get number one seed and they have to play the Packers in the dome, sure, I'll give them a good chance there. But in Lambeau in January, I'm taking Aaron Rodgers.
I would agree. If that is a circumstance, I would definitely agree with that, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think the Packers lose to the Bears. And I think Drew Brees gets a Superdome for the rest of the year, and I think he's going to I think he's just winning the Super Bowl. Like I said, storybook ending. Drew Brees definitely one of the best quarterbacks ever to play, and yeah, that has to go with my -6.5 because I think he's gonna, like I said, I think they're gonna get home field advantage, number one seed and whatnot. So they're gonna stomp the Panthers -6.5. Back to the story, but I guess now we can talk about X's locks. I'm not going to describe them much. If you have any comments, X, you can, or Cam, you can go ahead and say them as I say the matchups. But Xavier has his locks being the Steelers +9.5 at the Browns, which before we even said any, yeah, it's a Steelers thing. It's a Steelers homer in him, forcing that. Anything to say about that?
I guess 9.5 ain't bad, but I don't love Mason Rudolph. So,
Yeah,
and the Browns need to win, so I don't like it.
yeah. Um, Second lock is the Titans -7.5 at the Texans.
I like that. I was considering that one.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's kind of tricky, I guess you could say, but I'm not opposed to it. And the final lock was the Saints as well as mine, so obviously I'm in agreement with that. But all right, I guess that marks the lock section, lock segment, whatever you want to call it. Cam, do you want to do danger zones? I didn't have any danger zone picks because I mean I feel like all week 17 games are kind of danger zones, but
Yeah, I was gonna say the same comment as soon as we got to it. If we were doing them, I do have three. I could just name them out real quick.
yeah,
But so the Broncos Raiders, divisional game, week 17. I would say way, with two bad teams, obviously. Um, Raiders are iffy, but whatever, you know what I mean. The Seahawks Niners, again, another divisional game. Week 17, Seahawks have been up and down all year. Niners have been playing some good ball later in the year. They've been playing decent ball all year. They just They don't have the playmakers that they need to win in the NFL. And then the Jets and Pats. Look at that, another divisional game. The Jets have been winning apparently. Well, all of a sudden, strange enough, and the Pats have been losing. But you would think the Pats are the better team. So all three of those I would stay away from especially. But gamble at your own risk this week. It is a very tricky week to bet on in the NFL.
I suppose I'll give a comment on one danger zone that I just wanted to point out one thing also. I didn't notice every single matchup this week is divisional, so that's kind of
every
different.
single
Yeah,
one? Okay.
every single one. That's why.
Oh, I should have really noticed that. That's kind of
very weird. But
I'm
besides that, I irresponsibly bet, I think it was $25 on the Cardinals plus 1.5 before the news came out about Kyler Murray possibly not playing. Then the line shifted. Yeah, but their defense is something compared to
Who is the Rams' backup? I know I saw that they're going to try and bring Blake Bortles in, but like
I think it's like John Wolford or something like that. I never heard of him in my life.
Sounds like
the line is now at minus 2.5 for the Cardinals, which the thing with me, like I had confidence in it, because without Goff, I mean, not saying Goff is a big piece, but I mean, who the hell is Wolford? Nobody knows who that Wolford is. So I mean,
he's a big piece. He is a very big piece.
Nope, he's not good. He's not good. But,
I mean, in terms of who's on the roster right now.
In terms of I guess replacement value wise, yeah, sure, he's good, but in the NFL, he's not that good. So I guess whatever. It is what it is. But
the Rams should bring in Wentz.
Yeah, they should definitely. The Cardinals minus 2.5 is kind of dangerous to me because I mean, didn't they lost to the 49ers last week, correct? That's scary because they had C.J. Beathard at quarterback, I believe.
Yeah, man, Beathard. He's something.
Who knows? Maybe Wolford something, but I think that's just a dangerous line because it's like.
Oh, it's Wofford, isn't it?
Wofford, is that what it is? I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know. I gotta look this.
I have no clue. I believe on Let me check real quick. I'm gonna check too. Check this playerprofiler.com.
Kyle Bowler? Oh no, it's Wolford. Yep.
Is it?
John Wolford.
John Wolford. This man kind of looks like a fox.
I wonder if he's from the XFL.
He's 5'11".
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't look like a quarterback. He looks like a punter to me. But besides, all right, I don't have much to say about this.
He wants to outduel Lamar Jackson.
In what? In college?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Here we go. The hype starts after the Rams likely win. Who really knows? But I don't like the line. That's the only thing I was really saying about it. What?
He had 28 of 34 passes for 461 and 5 touchdowns over Lamar Jackson in the Louisville Cardinals.
I mean, that's a different animal though. College.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying it was a pretty good game. I'm not saying it's going to be valid this week, but
he might get a lot of rushing yards. That might be a thing that might. Ooh, that might be a bet. John Wolford or Kyler Murray, more rushing yards. I would go Wolford. I might go Wolford. A little sneaky, get like a plus 500 in there. That'd be something.
I don't know about the over Kyler Murray. I mean, I would check out that over for Wolford's yards though, somewhere like 9 to 14. So I bet you it's in that range for a backup quarterback. I mean, they have nothing on him.
That's true. I mean, his senior year, like his year that I guess he really started every single game, 683 rushing yards, and that obviously includes sack yardage and whatnot. But I think that's kind of substantial. 10 rushing touchdowns too. So maybe he does something.
Yeah, they might set it a little high then.
Yeah, probably a little high, but I don't like that game overall.
The high in quarterback terms, it's probably like the highest I can see is 24. I mean, they're not going to set it anything crazy.
Yeah, if they said, I mean, I want to bet on the over regardless though, but then if I see it hit the 30s, I'm definitely not touching it. That's the thing. But I mean, I can see him getting like 30 rushing yards. So I don't know. It is what it is. I guess we can just hop into our over-unders then. I don't know about the whole over the rainbow, under the sewage, whatever the hell we're doing. But
I got one over the rainbow.
let's hear it.
The Chiefs and Chargers over 43.5. The Chargers have been scoring some points lately, as they usually do, but they've been winning some games, most importantly. And the Chiefs, they have their backup quarterback in. What the hell is his name? I just read it.
Chad Henne?
Yes, career backup, Chad Henne. I wouldn't love it because it's Chad Henne, but I mean, well, if they're resting Mahomes, who else are they resting? They're probably going to rest their starters a good bit. So,
True.
yeah, I didn't even think about that. Whatever. Sticking with my gut, we're going to go to over 43.5 just because I think the Chargers are still going to be trying their hearts out. I mean, they want to end the season on a high note. They want to get their coach, Anthony Lynn, a nice win before he heads out.
Before he heads out.
Where he heads out. So, yeah, I'm going to take the over 43.5 on that, which does oppose X's block of under 43.5 for that game.
It's a fact. It's a fact. As the middleman here, I guess I could say, I probably like the over, probably, but I didn't have it, so I really don't have any opinion on it. Yeah, I got nothing to say. My first over under though, I did actually go with all unders, so that is something of note. Past like 4 weeks, I always do. Yeah, you know me. But my first under is going to be the Colts Jaguars under 49.5.
Yeah, that's mine too. I have that.
I don't know why I do, besides the fact that I don't really have faith in Jaguars offense.
Yeah.
Colts offense is slow. It is what it is, but yeah, divisional game too. So I think the Colts defense, definitely gonna put on a show. But I can also see the Colts run the clock out a lot. I feel like it's the same explanation every single time I take the Colts on the under.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't really got much to say.
It's only messed you up once, I think.
Facts, yeah. And they put up what with the Texans? It was like 40 or 30 or some shit. It was wild.
Yeah, I do agree with that though. I mean, I don't think the Jags are gonna be doing much, and I don't think the Colts are gonna be going too crazy. I mean, they're gonna be trying to run out the clock, win a game. They need to win too. So.
Facts. I've seen that Rivers might be retiring, or whatever, after if they don't make the playoffs after this game. That'd be interesting.
Whatever, good for that man. He needs to go home to his kids.
The 18 of them. How many does have?
Yeah, I think it's 11.
That's absurd.
Or
That's
7
like,
or something. I don't know. It's some high ass number.
Antonio Cromartie type.
Antonio Cromartie has a fucking ton.
What was I gonna say? I guess nothing to say. But I'll move on to my second under. It's going to be a low one, kind of risky here, I guess you could say, but Steelers and the Browns under 42.
What the fuck?
Is that yours too?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, week 17, I guess we're picking the safe picks. Like I said, all these things are really risky, but 42 is also a risky line. Like you said, Mason Rudolph's in. I don't trust that man at all. The Browns offense is really wishy-washy. They get the receivers back this week, which is cool, but I mean, Steelers defense is still amazing. So
it's been on a downturn lately, just because of that loss of Bud Dupree was huge.
Yeah. You got anything else?
Nah, I mean the Browns offense, like you said, they're wishy-washy. I don't think the Steelers are putting up a lot of points, and the Cleveland defense is pretty good. So
I agree.
Down under.
Down under yet again.
That closes out my over-unders.
Facts. You're right. I love when I get a DraftKings notification that says, "Time reminder: you've been on this app for 45 minutes and have wagered 40 cents." All right. My last under is going to be the Vikings and Lions. Under 54.5. I don't know what the reasoning in this was, to be honest with you. I think, yeah, honestly, I don't fucking know, bro. At this point, it's kind of just picking things that look nice to me.
Yeah, really, it's hard this week.
I kind of, you know what? No, I'm flipping it. I'm liking the over. I was thinking the under to be a contrarian, but I mean, it's really not that deep. Vikings defense is bad. The Lions defense is bad. their offenses aren't necessarily the best, but without Dalvin Cook, I could see possibly the Vikings offense kind of stagnating, but it's still the Lions defense. So, I mean, how are you going to do? I think it's still going to be a pretty high scoring game. So I'm taking the over 54.5. Yeah, 54.5. Probably see a nice little 34-21 type game. Let's see that being pretty nice. But yeah, that's my my last
Is
pick for the
Stafford gonna play?
over-unders.
Probably not.
Oh, that is something of note. I didn't even think about that. Shit. If that doesn't... Did he come back to the game last week or no?
No, I thought what's his name closed out, Chase Daniel.
This is very possible.
I mean, there's no way they're gonna stick him out there. For what?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Oh, fuck. All right. Well, if that's the case, I'm definitely taking the under because, I mean, Dalvin Cook and Matt Stafford, both like key pieces to both teams' offenses. I think that, yeah, definitely the under.
Change the whole dynamic of it, yeah.
Yeah. Is Kenny Galladay still out too?
Oh yeah, he got shut down.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, definitely the under. 3
He-
unders.
It's my number one bust for this freaking year. I was so
Fantasy.
high on Kenny Galladay this year. I was loving him. Had him on 2 rosters. Done for him.
That's like Cortland Sutton.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on Cortland Sutton, dude. I had him on 2 rosters too, dude. Oh,
Said,
that one hurt the soul, man.
imagine teams like, I know I'm in week 17 of a fantasy football league, and we're doing like, it's weird because we have championship week being 2 weeks, so 16 and 17. Imagine like having Dalvin Cook, Patrick Mahomes, all these stars, and it's like week 17 now. Ain't no way.
That's why you don't play week 17. It's over.
Yeah, it's very. I don't like it at all, but it is what it is. But we still made picks for week 17, you know. So that wraps up week 17. No, it doesn't. What the hell am I tweaking for? X's over unders. I already said the under for the Chiefs Chargers. Under for the football team and the Eagles. You said you were liking that earlier as well, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Falcons and Bucks over 50.5.
I like that one a little bit. I mean,
A little bit, yeah.
the Falcons like to show up when it doesn't matter, so the Bucks need to win. If they win this week, they will play the NFC East team that comes out. So high
I
incentive.
didn't know that. That is pretty nice, yeah. I guess it's a valid pick. But that does mark the end of the episode now because we are done with that. We'll be back wild card weekend. What is there? 3? Yeah, there's 3 matchups in each conference, correct? So 6
games.
6 games.
Then on.
Probably not gonna do. I'm gonna lower it down to 2 locks. How do
I
you
was
feel
gonna say,
comfortable?
probably do 2 locks, 2 over-unders.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, hopefully X comes back. He's working right now, so that's why he's not here. But hopefully he's here next week, so we can have him on for the wild card week. Yeah, I guess that about wraps it up. Like, comment, share, subscribe,
Please.
please. Yeah. We will be. Brandon talked about in the First Choice Fantasy episode. We will be doing a little bit of a, I guess you could say, rebrand, like a creative change, I guess you could say. But we're going to keep that ambiguous to the public, not like anybody really gives a fuck. But in due time, we will be changing things around, whether that be video cameras, better audio, posting on different websites and whatnot, having our own website, social media, all that, everything in between. So stick around with us, like, comment, share, subscribe. I know things have been rough this week or this year. 17 weeks of just pure blasphemy at times, but it'll get better. It'll get better. So speaking of which, just got a new subscriber, so I guess that's pretty neat. 56 subscribers, yeah. So like, comment, share, and be that 57th subscriber or 58th, 59th, 60th, and just keep it going because we got a lot of growth to come for the coming years, if not coming weeks, coming months, honestly. And we might be talking about basketball here shortly as well, like I said. So stick around. Appreciate y'all. First Choice Betting out. Adios.